All right, everyone. Have I here giving you the episode 2 English dub for Dragon Ball Super. Once again, I am very excited to have Super back in the U.S. and really I'm excited to review this episode here because really it's based on my favorite character Vegeta, and it's to the Promised Resort. Vegeta takes a family trip. And it really starts off with the episode review from episode one, the who gets the 100 million zeni, and Goku telling Chi Chi, hey, I got this money, I want to go train with King Kai, and it really just starts really off from there. And we start off with the episode with going to King Kai's planet, and he's driving his car, and then he's enjoying himself, and all of a sudden, Goku shows up and he gets in a car accident, and Goku's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know what's going on." And poor King Kai, having that relaxation time, is disrupted by Goku once again. They have a great scene where he's talking to King Kai, and while he's fixing his house, and he's just eating bowls of food. And he's like the Goku's like the worst house guest. It seems like, where King Kai is just like working on his house, and Goku doesn't really care. He's like, yeah, you want, shelter and room and board as well. And he's like, oh yeah, I'll take room and board. So King Kai is just like, hey, I'm a big deal, and you don't really treat me with the respect. But Goku's that kind of person. He's naive on what's going on. So after he's done eating, he's like, "Oh, I'm ready to, train. That's really what I'm here for. You got 10 times gravity." And King Kai goes, "Well, you should better change into something, better than looking like a, I forget what he said, like a park ranger or something." And he changes into. I thought you would think he'd change into his orange gi, but he changes into this like blue tracksuit. And I don't know what it is about tracksuits in Super, with Gohan and his green one you'll see in the future, but this blue one here. So changes his blue one. He gets ready to go, and he's rocking and rolling. So that's really just the introduction to kind of really Goku and what he's doing right now. And now and we haven't seen Vegeta and Bulma. Well, we've seen Trunks, but not Bulma in episode one, and now we get reintroduced to these characters here with Bulma, Trunks going off to a family vacation. And we start off with Bulma and Trunks flying, and Trunks is like, "Man, this is taking forever. You should learn how to fly like we do." And you're like, "Where the heck is Vegeta?" Well, Vegeta's standing outside in the plane. He's like, "Well, this is no training here." So Bulma gets all crazy and flies really fast, there's a couple funny moments with Vegeta getting a bunch of stuff in his hair and stuff like that. So really we find out through this part of the episode of why Vegeta is actually going on this family vacation, because if you remember back in Dragon Ball Z, that he made a promise that if Trunks were to hit with land one blow on Vegeta, he'd take him to the amusement park, and this is kind of his reprieve. This is kind of his promise that he made to Trunks, and having this little family time on here. So it's actually a really good developing story for Vegeta and how he's changed. Remember the last time we saw Vegeta was the end of the Buu arc. Him saying, "Hey, you know what, Goku, you're the strongest," and he had to swallow his pride. But it seems like he's now redeveloped his pride now, and he is as stubborn as ever. So great scene here where he's taking out his family, eating ice cream, getting scared by the little clown here and stuff like that. And it's a great, really moment for Vegeta and his character development. This is why I love Vegeta. It really is my favorite character, because he's really getting a lot of depth, especially beginning of this episode. So he's doing all this family stuff, and he's kind of getting frustrated. And there's this really, really kind of sweet part here where Bulma is, you see the love that she has for Vegeta, and you'll see really the love for Bulma in a few episodes down the road here. But really, really sweet moment, and a great part of this episode here, and if you didn't watch Dragon Ball before, you kind of know how this relationship is. He's the stubborn, hard-headed guy, and she just adores Vegeta. Uh, so she's like, well, you've been so good. Let's feed you. He's like, oh yeah, I'm ready for some food. So of course, being a Saiyan, they pig out, right? And Trunks being half Saiyan, he gets to eat as much as his dad. So they pig out. They're starting to eat, and people are like, "What the heck is going on?" Vegeta's eating like crazy. A great scene where he gets this big octopus and he starts to freaking just chow down on it. If this grosses you out, well, in Japan, octopus is common food to eat. Vegeta just tearing down on this octopus, and then another really hilarious scene. He pulls out like a tentacle and like the wrong spot, and then a bunch of squid ink or octopus ink shoots all over him, and it's a hilarious scene where he is just fuming. He gets triggered, and it is almost going to be the whole place is going to explode. Fortunately, Trunks, Bulma goes, "Oh, it's everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine," and Vegeta keeps his cool, which is hilarious. So this part here really. Kind of goes into the next part of this is like, hey, I'm having this family vacation, I'm doing the best I can, and then he gets really, really annoyed by when this goes to this luau kind of thing, and everyone's like, oh, dance off, and Vegeta just blows a gasket and says, screw this, I'm done. Scares the living crap out of everyone. Just flies off, takes off, and Boma and Trunk goes, well, at least we had him for that long, right? So he takes off. He's like, you know what? I gotta train. Goku's probably training right now. He doesn't know for sure, but he probably says, I gotta get stronger. And he's really thinking, he's like, you know what? I know he's better, but I think I can, overcome him. So this kind of ends. It goes in this commercial break here and ends this really nice development of Vegeta's story, uh, and his relationship with his family, and but then still his Saiyan pride still taking over and wanting to overcome being weaker than Goku. So now after the commercial break, we now get reintroduced to Beerus, and he's still thinking about, hey, what this premonition, and this is a lot different than the story in Battle of the Gods. If you guys saw the movie, it's a lot different. This is where he actually wakes up. Well, Beerus is already awoken in Dragon Ball Super in these episodes here, and now he's just trying to remember Super Saiyan God. But he doesn't remember that. So this is a nice little scene where Whis is on a mission to get some dinosaur meat or something of that nature, and Whis doesn't really have that much time, and this one warrior for this little race here transforms into this big monster and tries to fight Beerus, and of course, and this, like I said, there's at least some action here. So the last two episodes, there's some action kind of from Trunks and Goten, but now there's a little action with Beerus and this warrior here. Course, this alien warrior has no chance, gets just played around with, and unfortunately annoys Beerus enough to kind of lose his appetite. He doesn't even want to try the dinosaur meat, and just blows up the entire planet. But while he blew up the entire planet, he's like, oh, I remember now. The beauty of this destruction has triggered my memory. Super Saiyan God. We got to find the Super Saiyan God. So it's really a lot different than Battle of the Gods, the introduction to Beerus, the first two episodes here. So it really depends on how you which one you actually like better. But I actually like this. There's a little bit more depth to his character, and he's actually destroying a planet. I don't think we've really saw him destroy an entire planet in the movie. So now there's another cutscene now back to Vegeta training. He's like, forget this family vacation. I'm going back training. So he goes into 150 times gravity, goes to the gravity chamber, starts to train and gets shot. It looks like he's struggling, but he's like, you know what? I gotta get stronger. I gotta get stronger. Kind of like a workout montage where Vegeta's training, and then you see Goku also training as well. So now you kind of now definitely understand the storyline of Vegeta and Goku and them wanting to be stronger, especially Vegeta wanting to be stronger than Goku. Uh, so it kind of ends with Vegeta saying, I will surpass him, and makes a declaration uh, of his pride, even though a few years has passed since the ending of Dragon Ball Z, uh, or the ending of the Majin Buu arc, with him saying that Goku, you're the best, but now he's like, you know what, I can surpass, I can do it. So this is why I love Vegeta, the depth of character here, my favorite character in Dragon Ball in general. So actually ends with Whis and Beerus kind of flying off, saying, "Hey, you know what? Now since I know this Super Saiyan God thing, we gotta find it." So they take off after the planet explodes, and the episode ends. So the episode ends again. I do really miss the cutscene to the next episode. So it really just ends with the song, and but man, I think it really needs that hey, the next episode kind of thing. So I think U.S. Viewers are really missing out on that. Like I said, hopefully it'll be on the Blu-ray, but I don't see how they're gonna probably add the episode preview for the next episode in, because due to I guess time constraints because of commercials and stuff. So anyway, this is now my episode review here. Finalize my episode review. I give this a 4-star episode. Why? Because it's a Vegeta episode. So I was even gonna give it a 4.5 star because I loved it so much. Once again, reintroducing these characters. That's really what the purpose of these first 2 episodes is. Introducing Beerus, and now the depth of Vegeta and his pride and what he's really looking to do to surpass Goku is just laying down a great foundation for it. So 4 stars, loved it. Hopefully you get to check it out, and I'll see you on the next episode review. Thank you for watching. Leave comments below. What you like, what you don't like about the review. Love to hear from you guys. So, see you next time.